Tennis. Eala to play Vekić in Kooyong Classic ahead of Australian Open. Filipina tennis star Eala will play an exhibition match against Donna Vekić in the 2026 Kooyong Classic before she competes in the year's first Grand Slam in Melbourne. Eala is coming off a semi-final appearance in the ASB Classic in Auckland, wherein she ousted Croatia's Vekić in the first round. She is now in Melbourne for the 2026 Kooyong Classic, scheduled for January 13th to 15th before the Australian Open. She and Vekić will have their rematch on January 14th. Ahead of her appearance in the tournament, Eala reached a career-best ranking of number 49 in the WTA. The event serves as a professional tennis exhibition singles-only tournament with invited Association of Tennis Professionals (ATP) and Women's Tennis Association (WTA) players. Aside from Eala and Vekić, also slated to compete in the Kooyong Classic are world number 121 and local bet Priscilla Hahn and multiple Grand Slam mixed doubles champion Daniela Hantuchova. The Melbourne summer has a particular sound to it. The cicadas hum in the background, sneakers squeak sharply against painted courts, and tennis balls crack through dry air with a promise of what's to come. At Kooyong Lawn Tennis Club, steeped in history and quiet prestige, that sound grows richer as the Australian Open edges closer. This year, one exhibition match carries more meaning than the scoreboard might suggest. Eala, the teenage prodigy from the Philippines, is set to play Donna Vekić, the seasoned Croatian star, at the Kooyong Classic. On paper, it's a warm-up match. In spirit, it's a conversation between generations, experience meeting ambition, certainty facing possibility. Kooyong, where stories begin again. Kooyong is not just another stop on the pre-Australian Open calendar. Long before Melbourne Park became the sport's modern epicenter, Kooyong was where champions proved themselves. Legends walked its grass. Names like Lava, Court, and Emerson still echo through its corridors. For young players, Kooyong offers something rare, the chance to feel history without being crushed by it. For Eala, stepping onto these courts is less about legacy and more about arrival. Eala, carrying a nation's hope. At just 18, Eala already plays with the awareness of someone older. Perhaps it's the years spent training at the Rafa Nadal Academy. Perhaps it's the quiet pressure of being one of Southeast Asia's brightest tennis hopes. Or perhaps it's simply her temperament, calm, focused, and deliberate. Eala's rise has not been loud. It has been patient. Junior Grand Slam success announced her potential, but the professional tour has been her classroom. Losses have taught her more than wins. Every match has added a layer. Stronger movement, smarter shot selection, a growing belief that she belongs on the same court as players she once watched on television. Facing Donna Vekić at Kooyong is another lesson, but also a test of how far that belief has grown. Donna Vekić, the art of staying. Vekić represents something different. She is not the future. She is the present that has endured. Her career has had peaks that shimmer and valleys that tested resolve. Injuries, comebacks, ranking climbs, and resets. Vekić has lived the full rhythm of professional tennis. Her game reflects that experience, heavy ground strokes, clean timing, and the ability to absorb pressure rather than chase it. Exhibition or not, Vekić doesn't step onto a court casually. For her, Kooyong is about sharpening instincts, feeling the ball early, reminding her body what competition demands before the intensity of the Australian Open. For Eala, she is a measuring stick. When youth meets experience, the match itself promises contrast. Eala's footwork is light, her anticipation sharp. She plays with curiosity, testing angles, probing patterns, unafraid to adjust mid-rally. Vekić, by contrast, plays with clarity. She knows which shots to trust, when to step inside the baseline, when patience will outlast play. Points may not be played at full Grand Slam intensity, but pride and professionalism ensure nothing is given freely. Every rally becomes symbolic. Can Eala redirect Vekic's power? Can Vekić disrupt the rhythm of a player still learning her limits? Can potential briefly outshine experience, or will experience calmly absorb it? More than a scoreline. What makes this matchup compelling isn't who wins, but what each player takes away. For Eala, standing across the net from a top-tier professional is affirmation. It says, you are close. Keep going. Every successful hold of serve, every extended rally won, feeds confidence she'll need when Australian Open qualifying or early rounds demand belief more than brilliance. For Vekić, the match is a reminder of why longevity matters. Facing younger players sharpens urgency. It keeps complacency away. It reminds her that every tournament, every season, brings a new wave of challengers hungry for space. Ahead of the Australian Open, as the sun dips lower over Kooyong and shadows stretch across the court, the Australian Open looms larger. In a matter of days, the crowds will multiply, the stakes will rise, and the margins will shrink. But before the noise, there is this moment. A young Filipina player taking another step toward the sport's biggest stages. A Croatian veteran fine-tuning her craft for yet another campaign. A historic court offering its quiet blessing. At Kooyong, tennis is not rushed. It breathes. And in that space, Eala and Donna Vekić meet. Not as symbols, not as headlines, but as competitors sharing a chapter on the long road to Melbourne Park.